MrBeast was reported to the FBI after some very illegal images were allegedly shared in a work group chat by Kris Tyson. Looks like we're getting a real-life sequel to I Got Hunted by the FBI. Me, I'm hoping for I Survived a 24-hour standoff with the police. First cop to enter this building wins a free funeral. Like, subscribe, and prepare to die. With all the bad press and allegations piling up, do you think MrBeast still wants to be president? What would his immigration policy be? First one to climb the wall wins a free citizenship? I spent 100 days in Abu Ghraib. $1 versus $100 million military aid package. Look, maybe I'm being too judgmental. MrBeast could be a great president. After all, he's not the only candidate to be closely linked to a predator in a dress. I'm Lewis Spears. Welcome back to Lou Review. Like, subscribe, and let's break it down.
The proof that Jimmy knew about Tyson's behavior is right here.
So Ava Tyson sends a photo of a young-looking girl in a sheer top.
Ivanka Trump when she was 13.
I didn't think I'd be back so soon, but this situation is evolving so quick and fast and getting just so much worse for MrBeast that I keep having another 20 minutes to rant about this insane scenario. Let's get into the latest developments. Remember Rosanna Pansino from my last video? You can watch that here. She's come out with another video where she has collaborated with an ex-MrBeast employee who has leaked a work group chat. Thousands of messages are in this leak, and they are containing some incredibly disturbing messages by allegedly Kris Tyson and even MrBeast himself. We're going to start off with some of the lighter stuff. We're going to put the real dark shit at the end of the video, but brace yourself, we'll get there.
Also, Spears from the future here. While I was editing this video, a massive update dropped that completely changes my conclusion and what I was thinking. So stick around for the context and the jokes, and when we get to the red jacket, you'll be caught up to present day, and I'll tell you the shocking revelation.
June of 2021, he sends a message of an anime called Higi Hero. It says, I bet Kris would love this show. Why?
What's this show about?
This show is about a romantic relationship between a 26-year-old salaryman and a 17-year-old high school runaway. Why do you think Kris would love that show, Jimmy?
A 28-year-old Japanese salaryman and a 17-year-old girl and their relationship. Look, as far as questionable relationships in anime goes, that's pretty good. I've seen a lot worse. It's not good. I'm not defending it, but I've seen a lot worse. You know, she could be, I don't know, a 30,000-year-old demon who just so happens to have chosen a body that looks like a 14-year-old girl, so every creepy weirdo who watches it can be like, technically, there's actually nothing wrong and there is no age gap, okay? She's actually a 30,000-year-old demon, and if anything, she's predating on the male. Oh, just quickly, I wanted to say thanks so much. The last video looks like it's going to pass 100,000 views, which is crazy. This is the biggest month I've had on YouTube all year. In fact, I have doubled the amount of views that I've gotten all year in 1 month, which is insane. So thanks so much for all your support, likes, comments, everyone subscribing. Welcome on board if you're new. I'm really trying to bring comedy into commentary again on YouTube, and I think it's working. You guys seem to be having fun. So if you enjoy it, leave a like, leave a comment, and I'm uploading every couple days now, so stick around.
Here's some chat messages talking about Digimon, how the first episode of season 5 is a beach episode, so much boobies, and if you don't follow the plot, Food Wars is just food and porn. Oops, she clarifies, underage porn.
Oh.
They're like, hey, we're all second-year high schoolers, and now we are having orgasms. This steak is so bomb.
Yeah, this is not good. If you have a friend group or colleagues or whatever social situation you have going on, and you have a friend that feels comfortable enough to talk about why they like an anime and the reason they like it is because it is reminiscent of underage porn, your whole friendship group is rotten to the core. If I had a friend that was saying that stuff in my presence, he would not be a friend anymore. So to have an environment where someone feels comfortable to say stuff like that really says heaps about the other people in that friendship group. I don't like that at all. For example, in my friendship group, if we're discussing anime, we're not talking about which underage character we find the most attractive. No, we're getting into a screaming match to the point where I almost have an aneurysm over whether or not we think Dragon Ball Z ruined Gohan's character or not. I don't care if you think Gohan should be the most powerful Z fighter, okay? That's not his character path. He's developed. If you want that, go and look at future Gohan from the alternate reality. The Gohan that we have, he's studying and he's trying to be a good, peaceful boy for his mum, and that's what he wants. It's good character development. They didn't ruin him. They progressed him the way that he should have been progressed. He doesn't want to be a fighter, but sometimes he has to be. That is good character development. I don't care if you think it would be cool if he got in more fights.
Sexual situations.
Which is going to be a common theme through these messages.
Which is apparently very important for a work chat.
Again, sexually explicit meme about Violet from
No!
The Incredibles.
Oh no!
He also engaged with a meme on Twitter of Violet throwing her backpack, and he responded, low-key, she cute.
Yuck, man. I really feel like this is a lesson that like everyone can learn from. It's really good to learn from other people's mistakes. And the lesson here is when somebody tells you who they are, you have to believe them before they prove it to you with their actions. You know, this is Chris like dropping subtle hints about his... Sorry, my bad. Accidentally used the wrong pronoun. I meant her. Hey, he isn't attracted to fictional minors. She, her is attracted to fictional minors. Show some respect. Weird behavior or thoughts toward minors, allegedly. If you are going to see this again and again and again and tolerate it, you have to believe it. And obviously there's room for jokes in every single friendship group, but when you're dropping this stuff into a work chat, you got to ask yourself, what's going on at this workplace? Like, where's HR? What's going on here? This is 2020, so they're huge millionaires at this point. It's not a small little business run by teens. This is like adult men talking like this in what they think is a private chat, and it's just yucky. It's very yuck, and it gets worse. Now, as you guys know, I like to tell naughty jokes, and that means that often my videos and podcasts get demonetized. That's why I'm super thankful to today's sponsor, Private Internet Access, for supporting comedy and my channel. Private Internet Access is a VPN service that I personally use all the time, especially to access content that is region locked. I'm from Australia. There are so many TV shows on all the streaming services that I can never watch because they're locked to America or Canada or other countries. Private Internet Access enables me to change my IP address to 91 different countries and all 50 US states so I can access content that I wouldn't be able to otherwise. For example, I'm on a reality TV show on Binge, and you can't watch that unless you live in Australia. Private Internet Access solves that problem. Not only that, but using their VPN service hides your IP address and protects your information by encrypting it. I'm someone who travels all the time. I'm always using airport Wi-Fi, cafe Wi-Fi, wherever I am, all across the country and in other countries as well. I'm paranoid about my data getting stolen, and a VPN service from Private Internet Access solves this by protecting your information. Signing up for Private Internet Access is risk-free. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee and 24/7 customer support available to you. They're available on all platforms: Windows, Macs, Linux, iOS, Apple, Android, anything you can think of, and more. And the second best bit is a single subscription protects an unlimited amount of devices at the same time. And now for the best bit, I've got a custom link that gets you 83% off Private Internet Access and 4 months free. I highly recommend using a VPN. I love these guys, so if you want to support the channel and help me keep putting out these jokes, definitely use my custom link and secure that discount. 83% off, 4 months free. It's a great deal. It's a great service. Check it out. Before we get into those nitty-gritty details, let's have a look at the source. Like, where is this coming from? So the first person, Rosanna Pansino, that's who we covered in this video, my previous one. She is a cooking YouTuber that has a massive cooking YouTube channel. She's got almost 15 million subscribers, but for some reason, she has gone on an absolute tirade against MrBeast. This beef goes back to when she was in a hide and seek challenge, and she felt that she was edited maliciously to look like she did much worse than she actually did in real life. She felt scorned and wronged by MrBeast, and ever since then, she has made it her mission to bring down the empire of MrBeast one video at a time. This is the strangest content switch I've seen on YouTube. Going from baking beautiful cakes to trying to destroy the most beloved YouTuber for everyone under the age of 15 is awesome. I love to see it. Like, just have a look at her recent uploads. We've got, I tried viral celebrity food products. MrBeast is a criminal. I bought vintage products from my childhood. MrBeast is dangerous. I tested the funniest kitchen gadgets. MrBeast is gross. It's just such a tone switch. Like, imagine if between these videos, I was doing baking videos. You guys will be like, all right, this is weird, but I'm kind of on board, I guess. Actually, I have literally done that, haven't I? I forgot about cooking without instructions.
Not good. Not good at all.
Brother, where is your chin? It just goes neck, 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 face. Someone needs to tell this man that he's very ill.
The proof that Jimmy knew about Tyson's behavior is right here.
Let's get into the worst of these messages. Now, obviously, Kris Tyson, they don't work with MrBeast anymore, and they've taken a break from social media after getting exposed for having some very questionable interactions with minors. MrBeast responded to this by letting them go and releasing this statement. Over the last few days, I've become aware of the serious allegations of Ava Tyson's behavior online, and I'm disgusted and opposed to such unacceptable acts. During that time, I've been focused on hiring an independent third party to conduct a thorough investigation to ensure I have all the facts. Seems like Rosanna Pansino has turned out to be that third party. How has she gotten all of these work group chats and all of this information? It seems like she's running her own investigation adjacent to whoever MrBeast hired. That said, I've seen enough online and taken immediate action to remove Ava from the company, my channel, and any association with MrBeast. I do not condone or support any of the inappropriate actions. What he's saying there is that he had no idea about any red flags to do with Kris Tyson or any concerning behavior or actions or thoughts or words, but when we have a look at this message, that narrative seems to fall apart big time.
So now that we know that Jimmy's John Smith, I'm going to get to the messages, starting with the sexually explicit photo of an alleged 13-year-old.
Oh my gosh.
In this video, Ro and the former employee present their evidence as to why they think MrBeast was in this group chat. It looks very legit. I'm inclined to believe it, but this is all allegations. It could be an elaborate ruse. I don't think it is. And that's when we get to this message that was sent to that group chat that MrBeast is allegedly in by Kris Tyson.
Oh, this isn't a work chat.
So Ava Tyson sends a photo of a young-looking girl in a sheer top.
Ivanka Trump when she was 13.
Yeah, and the message reads, so this photo is allegedly of Ivanka Trump when she was 13. Ava thought that this was possibly a 13-year-old, and she's posting it in a work chat.
Bro, putting CP in the work group chat is... What's going on over there? What? Dude, that's crazy. Also, little bit crazy for these two to just have it on their laptop. I haven't seen anyone talk about this. Like, obviously, you know, they're reporting it, and I don't think they're looking at it for fun, like maybe some other people are. But it is, like, crazy that if they think that this is legitimately what they're saying it is, and they're putting even a censored version of it in their YouTube video, I'm not putting it in mine, because if it is really that, even if it's not Ivanka, I don't want even a censored version of that put out anywhere because it's evil. For them to like have it on their laptops and just be around the computer being like, yeah, it certainly does look like CP, doesn't it? Yeah, it looks like CP to me. And just like perusing it, like, you know, that's also unbelievably illegal too, yeah? Like, that's kind of also possession and distribution, is it not? Am I crazy? Like, you can't have that on your computer, brother. If you're going to report MrBeast for the FBI for that stuff, they're going to have a look at your hard drive next. You better be careful, dude. You can't, like, find drugs and then test them and then be like, oh, yeah, they're drugs. This is very illegal. If these people's response to finding CP is to like distribute it and show other people to confirm whether or not it is CP, I would hate to see what they did if they found drugs on the street.
Oh, brah, I think I found a heroin needle on the street. I don't know if it's heroin for sure. I better test it to find out. Oh, yeah, definitely feels like heroin. But before I report it to the authorities, I think I'm going to distribute and sell it.
Obviously, I'm not saying that these people have malicious intent with this stuff. I think it's just a really dumb mistake. But if you find this stuff or stumble across it, you have to go straight to the authorities. You don't make a YouTube video about it. You go to the cops, dude. You can't You can't find this stuff in like a group chat or a work chat and make a video instead of reporting it. And you certainly can't save it to your laptop and then search it online and show other people and then be like, yeah, look, it's pretty illegal, isn't it? Like, you're going to get locked up, dude. But it seems like Rosanna has cottoned on to the correct thing to do when you find this sort of material, and she released this tweet online. I've reported what I found and my concerns to the authorities at FBI. Hopefully they will look into these MrBeast Telegram company chat logs and other concerns. It's the most YouTube shit ever, isn't it? You know, like finding something horrific and instead of contacting authorities and doing what you should be with that information or what you found, they just post it on YouTube. Like, this is literally Logan Paul-esque stuff. Like, he found a body in the suicide forest and vlogged it instead of reporting it to the authorities. This woman's found this horrible material and it's put it on YouTube instead of reporting it to the authorities. YouTubers have brainworms, bro. They don't know what to do with real life things that have real life consequences. Everything is content, even very illegal contraband. It's fucking ridiculous, man. But as ridiculous as this is, as long as the FBI have eventually been notified, it is ultimately a good thing. And you really should not make a habit of assigning malicious intent when the real answer is often just naivety or stupidity. You know what I mean? Like, it's very easy to call someone evil when they just literally did not know what they should do. They made a 20-minute video about this and they only included the highlights or the lowlights, depending on your perspective of all of these messages. But they've just posted over 1,000 of them, like a whole video that's just a video screen recording scrolling through these group chats. So the internet is pouring through this stuff right now. And according to the former employee Dogpack, there is much, much more to come and many more leaks. Which is like, you know, if there's some really, truly criminal, heinous stuff, you got to put it all out now. Because again, this is like YouTuber brain of like, oh, we'll just like slowly drip feed people because it's good content. And every time we release a few messages, that's 1 million views and that's money and that's clout. So hopefully the stuff that they're holding on to isn't the really illegal, heinous stuff. Hopefully that is all out there, because if you are hiding stuff that's genuinely illegal and dangerous for views, that's weird. But I hope that they're not. Believe it or not, I'm actually very early to this, so it's hard to know what the fallout of this will be. I think that with all the controversies going on at the moment, it just seems like it's one after the other, and it's almost like every new controversy is good because it sweeps the old controversy under the rug. So MrBeast, with this big one coming out, is probably hoping for the next one, you know, to sweep this one under the rug, because this is probably the worst one so far.
Okay, now you're all caught up. We're in the red jacket. That means you're in current day. So the latest update is, after all these allegations about Kris Tyson sharing very illegal images, it turns out that the image that was shared is actually of Ivanka Trump. However, she is 18 in the image, and it was from a magazine shoot that she did many years ago when she was 18. So it is completely legal. So a lot of people are saying that, oh, this is just false allegations, and it's just, you know, this former employee and Rosanna, they're out to get MrBeast. Now, I think that's true. I think they have a personal vendetta against MrBeast. Like, this employee is like scorned and really has a vendetta against him. Rosanna, she was wronged in her mind with the editing process, and also every single video the two of them do about MrBeast get unlimited views. They do really well for my channel as well. So they are, you know, biased sources, I think. That being said, all right, obviously the image that has been shared was not illegal. However, the context is Kris still thought that it was, right? And I think that's the important thing, is that Kris thought that they were sending very, very illegal images into the group work chat, and no one said, hey, what's going on? Don't ever do that. What are you doing? No one thought to investigate if it was, you know, actually illicit material that was being sent by an employee, and if so, get rid of them. So, yeah, that's the big update, is that these people didn't do their proper research, like I have, and found out that this image actually is completely safe. That being said, that was not what Kris thought they were sending. Do you know what I mean? So it's still pretty yucky, but not illegal. What does this mean for MrBeast? I don't know. I think it means that this criticism will kind of slide off his back. I think it makes this ex-employee look pretty unintelligent and just like a guy who has a vendetta against the team. Same thing with Rosanna. It seems to be very like emotional, ill-researched, rushed allegations, which when you're making very serious claims like this, it's like you probably shouldn't be making YouTube videos unless you're 100% sure, and you should be going to authorities first, which they did claim that they did, but I feel like they would have said it in the video if that were true. I don't know. I don't want to call them lies, but I feel like that's a pretty huge detail to overlook in your video about MrBeast having this type of material. So yeah, I think that it's just another wild day on YouTube, and we're all here to have a laugh at the ridiculous situation that's going on. I don't know how this plays out long term, but man, these two are really running the risk of getting sued into oblivion by putting these allegations onto MrBeast when the image itself wasn't illegal, which again does not mean that Kris is innocent and does not excuse them from sharing what they thought was very illegal material. But by the letter of the law, there's nothing wrong with it. Anyway, that's the update.
All right, that's it. If you would like a Lewis Spears recap of this developing situation, you can see the very first video I made about the Lunchley stuff, and then you can see the latest video I made about the Lunchley stuff. That'll catch you up to now. Have a binge. I think they're really funny. I'm putting a lot of effort into it. Like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you in a couple of days.